I bet you remember that shower fight from School Ties. Yes, the one packed with action, anger, and of course, Matt Damon's butt. So, have you ever wondered what it was like filming it? Years later, Brendan Fraser has come out with some saucy details, and you best believe I'm more than happy to share them with you. All right, let's get down to business, shall we?
What'll happen to Mac?
He's not coming back.
Once again, The Howard Stern Show is back with the most random information. But hey, I'm still thankful for it. Anyway, in a recent episode of the show, Brendan Fraser told everyone that things were completely not safe for work. Apparently, these two actors were completely nude during the scene. Oh well, guess who won't be able to watch the movie in the same way ever again? I think this is true for pretty much all of us. Howard Stern asked the actor about his experience while filming the movie. And as expected, the conversation slowly made its way to the shower fight scene. Been too long since you last saw that movie? Don't worry, I got your back. Here's a refresher that will jog your memory. So Brendan Fraser's character David gets involved in a fight with Matt Damon's character Charlie Dillon. But what made them fight? Oh well, Charlie ended up telling the football team that David was Jewish. This film was made in the 90s, so not everyone was welcoming toward the Jewish people. Heck, some people are still out there claiming that they control the media and everything, but I guess in a way, things were even worse at that time. So yeah, that ought to lead to a fight.
And 20,000 Jews joined the Air Force. What's the matter, David? Don't the Jews have a sense of humor?
It just so happened that when things went down, they were in the locker room showers. And now that we know the context, it's only fair to hear from the actor himself what he thought of this scene. The show host, Howard Stern, talked about how it might have been a scary experience for the actor. Why, you might be wondering? Well, here's the thing. This was actually the first feature film that Brendan Fraser was a part of. And it's not even that. Even Matt Damon wasn't exactly super famous back then, so in a way, they were just two young guys testing the waters of Hollywood. But in this case, it seems like Hollywood was testing their limits, don't you think?
School Ties was my first feature film, and I thought it was also going to be my last one for all I knew. So each day is one that I can remember something unique about in all the time that I've been lucky enough to be making.
Brendan admitted that this was actually a pretty scary thing to be a part of. I mean, I totally get that. You finally get the chance to do a feature film with an up-and-coming cast and, well, you have a fight scene naked. And mind you, the two of them were in a shower. That just seems super dangerous to me. But hey, they managed to make it work, and the scene fit perfectly well with their characters and the movie. So kudos to them. But while it might have been their acting that made everything work in the end, Brendan was really glad that the scene wasn't exploitative. In the interview, he also mentioned that he was really glad that the scene wasn't there to add a wow or scintillating factor. He said that it was a relief that this scene wasn't added to get people to say something along the lines of, hey, look at that, naked people. Some movies actually do things like that, which isn't cool at all. And well, I'm definitely glad that it wasn't the case for Damon and Fraser. They too were actually pretty young and still new to the world of filmmaking. Brendan recalls that it wasn't something he thought twice about since he was just starting off his career. He told Howard Stern that since it was just the beginning of his career, for him he was game for pretty much anything. He remarked saying, "They say jump and you say how high." This is very true for the industry. And it's really cool that after having worked on such diverse projects, Brendan doesn't regret anything about this scene. That's professionalism on the part of the director right there. In fact, this scene was much more than a couple of naked teens fighting in the locker room shower. The way that Brendan went on to describe it, it was apparent that he felt it was important for the story, and he also revealed that a naked Charlie was actually a metaphor. According to him, it symbolizes the true and ugly self of the character. Nope, he isn't calling our dear Matt Damon ugly, of course. Brendan would never dare to do that, but actually his character ended up revealing who he really really was when he was stripped of everything. He was an anti-Semitic and prejudiced person, and this scene did a marvelous job of getting that idea across to the audience. Fraser shared what he thought about this scene, saying that when the door was shut, the two characters were fighting like shaved apes. He recollected how they had to be pulled apart since they had run out of things to say, so that of course led to an ugly knuckle-dusting fight. In a way, I guess you could say that the most primitive and raw selves of David and Charlie were fighting each other in that scene, both literally and figuratively. And well, they actually did pretty amazingly. I bet it couldn't have been easy to perform such a scene, at least not until it's a safe environment for everyone. Fraser also revealed that there was actually a set photographer present there at the time.
You know, you're in the shower, you're naked, Matt's naked, and then you guys fight in the shower and you're wrestling. Were you guys fully nude in that scene?
Absolutely.
You were?
Absolutely. Yeah.
No kidding. I would have freaked out.
Why was he there? Well, I'm sure he wanted to take some saucy pictures of the two young actors fighting each other. You think that sounds creepy? Well, you're definitely not the only one. Was the photographer invited? What do you think? Absolutely not. It was definitely fortunate that Chris O'Donnell ended up spotting him. Would you believe it? He was hiding in one of the bathroom stalls. Now that just screams ethical, doesn't it? Oh well, thankfully he was kicked out of the set. Brendan recalled Chris saying, "Yeah, Peter, you can go. Thank you. You really don't need to be there, do you?" Well, yay for Chris. I knew there was something special about that guy. I mean, you've got a couple of young actors who are just starting out, so it would have been easy to get them to agree to anything, and especially Brendan. Did you know that he actually auditioned for this role 2 times? Yeah, that's right. While talking to Howard Stern, he also mentioned how he had auditioned for the role with another casting director, and well, things didn't really work out at that time. But later, when some of the production crew was changed, he got a chance to audition again. This time, there was a different casting director. The actor also recalled that he was asked to do a screen test for the movie, and he actually thought that they were gonna make him sit for an exam. Oh well, can you even get over the fact that he was just so naive? Well, the good thing is that this film really helped him out with his career.
No, sir. You're never going to forget it happened, because I'm going to stay here. And every day you see me, you'll remember that it happened.
In fact, I wouldn't be wrong if I were to say that School Ties, while it wasn't a big success, ended up launching the careers of many. Yep, it wasn't just Brendan Fraser, but also Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and of course, Chris O'Donnell. But the role really hit home for the young Brendan. The lead of the film, David, was having a hard time fitting in and feeling like he belonged, and that sort of echoed the young actor's own struggles. Yep, during this time, he himself was trying to be a part of Hollywood. Isn't that beautiful? With that said, it's a wrap for this video. See you in the next one.
A Methodist.
You're Methodist. And all the time, I didn't know it.